And also in the programme, from cow sheds to flower beds, the farmer who's coming up roses. Here's Diane.
Evening, Gordon. Well, as you can see, roses do feature very prominently in this beautiful garden, which, believe it or not, used to be a farmyard. Join me later to see a little more and to find out why wine and roses really do go together.
And in fact, well, what we're going to do now is to go back to Lancashire and that beautiful garden you saw at the top of the programme, and let's find Diane.
Evening once again, Gordon. Welcome to the Stones and Roses Garden at Heapey in Lancashire. In a moment you'll find out how it got its name. It's one of the many beautiful gardens in the northwest that are opening this weekend as part of the National Garden Scheme. Take a look at it. It's really beautiful. But believe it or not, 5 years ago, this was a farmyard.
Well, my grandfather moved to Whitecoppice on his horse and cart in 1873, and that started 5 generations of dairy farming. This is where the cows used to congregate for milking, and this is where we used to call them the cubicle house, where the cows lived, and the asbestos breeze block buildings went right out to the edge of the rose garden. I gave up farming in 2000. We weren't making a lot of money. My son didn't want to milk cows. So I oversaw the conversion of the barn into 2 houses, and I went to college to do garden design. I called it Stones and Roses because I build in stone. These stone seats that I'm sat on, which we call the gin and tonic seats, they were actually down in the stream at the bottom of the field, and I think they were used to dam the brook up to dip sheep. My own grandfather was a very keen rose grower, and he used to have 800 roses in the garden at the back of our house. Some of the roses are still down in the garden here, so the bushes will be like 70, 80 years old. Going to have a little ladder so that you can go swimming in here. It is quite muddy at the bottom, but if you don't have to clamber up a dirty banking, you know, it'll be great. In fact, I feel like going in now. My top tip is, after a glass of wine in an evening, take a pair of secateurs and a bucket and go around the garden taking off any dead blooms. It can make your garden look so much more beautiful.
Top tip from Raymond there. The garden is beautiful. It's the Stones and Roses Garden, and it's open on both Saturday and Sunday this weekend from 2 until 5 o'clock. If you want to find out more, bbc.co.uk/whereilive, and all you have to do is click on Lancashire.
Thank you very much indeed, Diane. It's fantastic, that garden. Absolutely brilliant. So does Diane, of course.